Coach, when you look at this game tonight, knowing that it's a must game for them as well, and just the intensity and the level of you guys having to not let the fans get the best of you, how do you calm this team down, especially with the late tip tonight too?
I think you focus on the work. You focus on the details of what you know this game is going to be about. You understand the physicality level, the intensity and the urgency they're going to play with, but just understanding what we need to do to give ourselves an opportunity and a chance in this building.
Having been through it in games 1 and 2, how much do you think this team has grown through that experience so that they can handle a good start?
Well, understanding what to expect is a big key to that. You know, you understand what the fans were, you understand the intensity of the building, how loud it is. All of those things are pieces that we have seen, but we also need to understand that we have to continue to play, right? The fans don't impact on court. They have to impact, our guys have to impact what we're doing on the court, and that's all we can control.
What have you seen these guys learn from game 1 to game 4 and what they did in Orlando?
The ability to play with a poise, a resiliency, to allow the game to keep flowing, to not let the game of runs dictate how you play. Knowing that our defense carries and travels, and we hang our hat on the defensive end of the floor, taking care of the game plan.
How important has that defense been? I mean, you guys haven't given up 100 points in any game this series. I know, knock on wood. But how important has that defense been, and how pleased have you been to see that carry over into the
Well, knowing it's our identity, we've said it from the beginning of the year, from training camp, we're going to hang our hat on the defensive end of the floor, allowing our defense to get us easy offensive baskets, but then offensively being able to continue to trust the pass, trust what we do well, that we know that we're capable of doing, and the things that it's given us.
That being said, have you changed anything, shooting drills, anything from game 1 to game 5 in this building?
No.
How nice would it be to not start a game in a 5-0 or 6-0 deficit?
That would be great.
You talk about guys who make an impact on the court. Mo and Franz have both made an impact in this series together. We saw them have that connection during the regular season, but to be in this series, and knowing how much they're hated here and the energy they are giving, just how cool is it to see them relish in it, but also be able to take that opportunity and that challenge and go for it?
I think they embrace it. It's like our group. We embrace whatever the expectation is. We embrace whatever the circumstances are. I think they've done a great job of doing that. And, this is two young men, obviously being brothers and their connection, but then they also, this summer, them playing for a championship, they understand what's at stake. They understand the intensity and the urgency within these one-game series that you look at.
The Cleveland shooters have obviously struggled from three-point range. How important will it be for that to continue and kind of guard them on the perimeter?
I think we've got to do a better job, even in this game, of getting them inside the three-point line, defending without fouling, understanding who we're closing out to and the timing in which we're closing out. I think those are all important factors, and we've got to do a great job of just continuing to impact all of their shots.
After games 1 and 2, you said you liked the looks that your team was getting. They just weren't falling in. After games 3 and 4, what do you think of the offensive rhythm that your guys are in now? And do you think that travels?
I think it does. I think the ability to have confidence in what you're doing and the way in which we're playing. And I think when we're playing with the ball being moved, attacking the basket, sharing it, moving it, being aggressive in everything that we do, I think that carries over, whether you're at home or on the road.
What's different about a game day routine in Cleveland compared to at home in Orlando?
I mean, just being at the hotel, understanding the schedule you're going through. You have the pregame film session meeting. Come over to the shoot-around here. Getting on the bus is different than coming from your home. Then getting back. Some guys take naps. Some guys whatever they do. But you're just not in your home. You're not in your bed. And I think the other side of that, guys have gotten so used to the travel and road routine that it's another game that we have to just focus on being in our rhythm and our routine.
Knowing the atmosphere that you guys are going to be going through tonight with this game, just how do you settle in, find your rhythm, find your pace, and to make sure you guys come out with a win tonight?
I think it's just embracing it, sticking to our principles. It's going to be a fun environment. We kind of experienced it early the first 2 games. Then being able to go home, experience our crowd. So we know they're going to be rowdy. They're going to be cheering loud. It's going to be a hostile environment. But I think we're more than ready, more than prepared, and we just got to stick to our principles and just take it one quarter at a time.
After games 3 and 4, how confident are you guys heading into this game 5?
I think we've been confident the whole series, and just continue to just do what we're supposed to do, worry about us, and just play up to our standard each day. And this is a big series. This is a big game. Just take the lead in the series, and that's what we want to do.
How different does this feel than game 1 and 2 when you're just going to get your feet wet?
I would just say that we're getting later in the series. The more these games are getting more important. Tied 2-2. They did their job the first 2 games. We did our job the next 2. So, they say the series doesn't start till somebody wins on the road. So that's what we're trying to do.
How important is it to create your own energy in a hostile environment?
I don't think the energy is going to be here. It's just really just staying together. I don't think playoffs, you don't have to create your own energy at all. It's going to be in the environment. It's going to be in the building. We know what's at stake. And just being locked in, we just got to just come together when things get crazy.
Your defense the entire series has been outstanding. How confident are you guys in that's going to happen again tonight?
That's what we prided ourselves on the whole year is defense. We're a defensive team. And when we're playing at our best, we're locked in on defensive end. So in order for us to win, we have to do that tonight.
You guys have had some poor shooting games in this building, specifically games 1 and 2, and then the game back in December. How confident are you guys with your shooting as a group right now, and how do you kind of get over that hump?
Just keep shooting. You see what happens. We're getting good looks. We're generating good looks. So, it's a miss and make lead. Sometimes they go in, sometimes they don't. You just got to stay confident, and we'll continue to take the open shots when we get them.
Gary, how do you describe Wendell's defensive presence?
We know his presence for this team. How important he is to this team. That's offensively, defensively. The mentality he brings on both ends of the floor. It's a reason why, him playing well these past 2 games is equated us to winning.
Some guys are technique rebounders, some guys are physicality rebounders or anticipation guys. What is Wendell's?
By any means.
When you see the energy that Mo and Franz, we saw that what happened during the regular season, but to see them really dominate during this postseason and during the playoffs, they're not liked here. We saw how much they went against Mo, especially.
They did go to Michigan. It's a big Ohio State country, so I understand those Ohio State people do not like Michigan. So I understand it, but it's fine. They live in a dream. 2 brothers playing on the same team in the playoffs. So it's cool to see it in real time, and everybody knows how important they are to the team.
Talk about the importance of this game, and obviously you're getting late, but how do you deal with the pressure? Does it feel different in game 5 than it did in game 3 or game 1?
Me personally, I would say no. This is why we play the game. This is fun. I wouldn't even say it's pressure. You get a chance to compete at the highest level late April, going into May. This is why we play the game.
Yeah, how much fun is this opportunity that's ahead of you? You guys, you win, you take a 3-2 series lead, and then you guys have home court.
That'll be fun. That's the plan, right? That's what we're trying to do.
You guys have done a good job on Donovan Mitchell in second halves. He kind of was reflective after game 4 about what he does. What he's capable of doing. How important is it to kind of keep the pressure on him and do as much as you can to slow him down in a game like this?
We just don't want their guys to get comfortable, and that's him. It starts with him. He's the head of the snake. Same with Darius. We just got to the guys are great players, so we just can't let them get easy ones. We can't let them get going early, and we're just trying to make on defensive end. We're trying to make it as difficult as possible for all the opposite side us on the floor.
Is having guarded Donovan so many times in the past helping you when you're in matchups with him?
I would say we are pretty familiar with each other. Been playing, we used to be in the same division back when we were in the Western Conference. We did have playoff battles together. I would say that we definitely have familiarity with each other for sure.
Can you take anything from those past playoff battles for this moment, or is it just new?
Each series is a different series. Those series are way different than these past series. So, he's grown up a lot. He's got way more experience. Same with me. So it's just it's a new series. It's a new game. But just trying to do it. Just stick to the game plan.
Thanks,